Hey, welcome back. Today, we're diving into something I think we've all felt, right? That feeling of being completely wiped out after hanging out with certain people. We're going to break down exactly how to protect your energy and, take back control in those draining relationships.
I love this metaphor because it's so true. Think about it. Your social life is this garden you're trying to grow, filled with amazing people who help you thrive. But yeah, every once in a while, a weed pops up. Those relationships that just quietly suck the life out of everything around them.
Seriously, take a second. When you catch up with some people, do you walk away feeling awesome and energized? Or do you feel like you just ran an emotional marathon you didn't even sign up for? If that second one sounds a little too familiar, don't worry. You are in exactly the right place.
Okay, so step one is just learning how to spot these weeds. And look, this isn't about slapping labels on people. It's about recognizing patterns, behaviors that consistently leave you feeling completely drained. We're going to look at a few common ones, from the classic energy vampire to the, much sneakier master manipulator.
So, first up, the energy vampire. You know this person. Every single conversation is a one-way street, heading straight into their drama. They just unload all their problems onto you. But when it's your turn to talk, crickets. It's like you're their personal emotional landfill, and they never, ever offer to take out the trash.
Then you've got the underminer. Ugh. You share some good news, maybe about a promotion, and instead of a congrats, you get something like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, my boss is actually looking at me for a director role. Everything is a competition. And trust me, over time, that constant one-upmanship can seriously start to chip away at you.
And of course, the victim. There's always a new crisis, and it's absolutely never their fault. But here's the dead giveaway. You offer advice, you try to help, and for every solution you have, they have a, yeah, but. They don't actually want help. What they want is an audience for their never-ending sympathy tour.
Now, all of these types can be exhausting, for sure. But a lot of experts point to one particular type that's way more damaging. And what really sets them apart, it isn't just the impact they have on you, it's their intention.
And that would be the master manipulator. See, unlike the others who might just be cluelessly draining, the manipulator often knows exactly what they're doing. They are masters of using charm or maybe fake kindness to pull you in, only to start yanking on these invisible strings to get what they want.
So how do they operate? Well, they've got a whole bag of tricks. They'll gaslight you, making you feel like you're the crazy one. They'll guilt trip you with lines like, well, after everything I've done for you. They might even use kindness as a weapon, doing you a big favor just so they can hold it over your head later. It's subtle, and it's really effective.
Okay, so we've identified the patterns. But here's where we make a huge pivot, because this whole thing isn't about getting better at pointing fingers. It's about you reclaiming your power. It's about learning to manage the one and only thing you have total control over, your own mind.
Now, the first thing most of us think is, okay, that's it. I just got to cut these people out of my life. And let's be real. Sometimes that is absolutely the right call, especially if a relationship is toxic or abusive. But what if that's not the only answer? Thinking it is can actually make you feel kind of powerless.
Why? Because it suggests that other people get to decide how you feel. The real strength, the real power comes from mastering your own mind, your own emotions, so that your inner peace doesn't depend on whether someone else behaves themselves today.
In this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. The exhaustion we feel doesn't just come from their bad vibes. A huge chunk of it comes from our own internal effort. The energy we burn being shocked that they did it again, or trying to fix them, or just wishing they were different. That internal battle is what really drains your battery.
So, it all starts with this internal shift. Number 1, adjust your expectations. If your friend is always late, stop being surprised when they're late. 2, let go of the need to fix them. You can't. You're just going to exhaust yourself trying. And 3, take total responsibility for your own peace. It's yours to protect.
All right, now that we've got the mindset down, let's get practical. Think of these next few slides as your own personal energy shields. These are simple, effective tools you can use like right in the middle of a conversation to protect your peace. Our first shield is called redirection. This is basically the art of gently, and I mean gently, steering the conversation away from their negative spiral and towards literally anything else. So here's what that actually looks like. Instead of getting sucked into the complaint vortex, you do two things. First, you acknowledge what they said. I hear you, that sounds tough. So they feel heard,
And then you pivot. You're not fighting them, you're not arguing, you're just changing the subject. It's a small move, but it is a total game changer.
Okay, next shield in our toolkit, for when redirection just isn't cutting it. The gray rock method. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Your goal here is to become as boring and uninteresting as a plain old gray rock.
See, people who drain you, especially the ones who live for drama, they feed on your reactions. The gray rock method just starves them of that energy. You give short, boring, totally neutral answers. I see. Okay. No opinions, no big emotions. You just become a total dead end for drama.
And finally, we've got our really powerful mental shield that's kind of like a Jedi mind trick. This one's called the mirror technique.
So when someone's coming at you with criticism or negativity, you literally visualize a shiny mirror between the two of you. Their words, their bad energy, it doesn't even hit you. It just bounces right off that mirror and reflects back at them. It's a mental trick, but it's amazing for helping you stay calm and not absorb their toxic stuff.
So let's bring it all back to our garden. Yeah, it's good to know what the weeds are, but spending all your time and energy trying to change a weed is just pointless. The real work, the important work, is tending to your own soil and watering the relationships that actually help you grow.
And really, this is what it all boils down to. This is the big takeaway. You cannot control what other people say or do. You can't control their negativity. But you always, and I mean always, have 100% control over how you choose to respond. And that, right there, is where all your power is.
So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. Who are the amazing flowers in your garden that you need to give a little more attention to? And as for the weeds, which of these shields are you going to start using to protect your energy and, grow a life that feels peaceful and positive?